She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I can smoke no red, it's so hard in my blunt is. I see fast, pretty face, and so I got trouble trusting. But I let my guard down for you. Said I'll put my guard down for you. Said I'll be vulnerable, so you can break my heart if you want to. She said, take your...
Hey. It's your guy, it's your boy, it's the D. Baby. Guys, subscribe, give a little like, give a little bike to the trike. Marky gonna bring you through to the tower. Yes, that is right. We're doing our wonderful tower episode of the day. Um, there's a tower in all of the versions. It's 3.1 tower, and there are going to be 5 of them to go through. So I hope you enjoy these dungeons. They have pretty nice puzzles. The first one we have here is pretty basic, but you know, they'll get more complex, more interesting as we continue. I also, on the way here, get a little lost, as I usually do. I don't know why I do this every time I go to this damn tower, but I always forget that you have to kind of follow the path along there, you know, and then go up and then down. I always just kind of try and activate my goon brain and just go speedrunner mode, you know, just we'll just take a shortcut. I know a shortcut. He did not know a shortcut. Yes, he as a matter of fact did not know a shortcut. Yeah, I've played through this game 3 times and I still do this exact same thing. It's hilarious. So yeah, that's the funny thing about life, guys. We don't do what is easiest or even what's smartest or, you know, just gonna do what's most natural. We're gonna do what we did the other 8,000 times. I think I always fight this guy too, because he's a mimic chest. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Yeah. Creatures of habit, I feel like we all are. Indeed, indeed. Over here in the last spicy realm, I believe the storyline is that we are gonna just, you know, finish up the tower, fight the evil guardian boss, who's, you know, I am the owner of the tower, all that good stuff. So nothing too complicated. After this, we will go ahead and head out to the ice realm. I might split this up into 2 parts here. Just walk it through, talk it through, and just get 2 parts in for us. Um, but yeah, I suppose what I'll talk about today in the spicy realm, in the fire realm. Um, Definitely running out of podcast topics, but I guess we could get into, you know, the general movement of the spicy area, you know what people do in the spicy area. And then that is the OnlyFans, the feminist movement that kind of fueled the empowerment behind OnlyFans. Um, yeah, I feel like the feminist movement really just split women, you know? It's split women into the girls who can do OnlyFans and the girls who can't, you know? It's kind of weird. Um, to me, it's kind of disgusting, but is it really that different from what we had before? I don't think so. I think it's just, you know, literally different makeup. We're just kind of deluding ourselves to believe that that inherently girls didn't always just hate each other. They did. I feel like it's very hard to get, you know, like a good female camaraderie in any environment just from knowing, you know, multiple girls, or if you've ever been with multiple girls in an intimate situation, an intimate event, if you will. You know, a multiple person battle, you know, multiple enemies in the battle, if you catch my drift. Yeah, they usually don't like each other. Usually not as fun as it looks in the dirty videos. It's not. It's not, but yeah, there was an internal dynamic between the two beforehand that I was not a part of. So, that can bake a lot of things. And like most of the times I engage in coitus, I kind of just fall into it. It kind of just fucking happens. And I'm like, what the fuck? Even I didn't okay. And sadly, I feel like that is it's the way that happens for most guys, unless you're like one of the guys who managed to trick a girl into um dealing with your bullshit for long enough, and vice versa. But yeah, for everybody else, I know most of my um even most of my attractive guys, you set up the mouse trap and it hardly ever works. And then suddenly you just get laid and you're like, I don't know how that happened. I did not even have to try. I didn't even have to remotely try. Um and it just doesn't feel gratifying to me, especially when like actual sex and not looking at spicy content is like actual sex is no longer. I don't even know if it really was pleasurable for me in the first place. I started out with porn so early, so I don't even know if it's something I can have fun with. I don't know if that's an activity for me. And then inherently, I think it's mostly one for the opposite sex in general. In general, I don't think it's really like a guy activity. But I've always felt pretty in touch with my feminine, which is why I feel like that sexual validation, or just even, being seen as sexually wanted is, something that I maybe on the surface level want to act like I don't want, but like I kind of fucking need, honestly. Like, unless I want to just goon until my dick falls off, which I don't. I honestly, like, whenever I'm done looking at it, it feels so, like, because I do watch a lot of Rule 34, a lot of the anime shit, so I'm super fucked, essentially. And it don't feel good after we're done, I'm be real with you. As much as I love looking at anime girls or watching VTubers, um, when I look at the actual dirty shit, this don't feel fun. That's not a good time for me. It just sits me on my ass and it makes me tired, just uncooperated. But I realize a lot of vices like that I have, like that, smoking, um, you know, I suppose those are like my main two vices, but there are definitely other, I mean, like fast food, whatever vices you have, right? Inherently they help us in some ways. Inherently it's helping me be a bright and happy individual. It's helping me, get everything else that I need to get done in the day, as far as working out, taking care of myself, earning money, helping people. It's aiding me to do what I need to do in order to externally profit. But it fucks up my internal because it doesn't align me. I don't feel aligned when I do that stuff. I feel like I'm inherently out of my body, and I don't feel like that should be the case. I don't feel like that should be the case. I think it's just because I haven't really fully accepted or cooperated it. It's not like I can run out and talk about anime bitches and VTubers to normies, and god damn, do I know a lot of normies. God damn, is like everyone around me a normie. Um, and there's nothing wrong with that, people. You don't have to get into weird ass internet culture. And as a matter of fact, you probably shouldn't. But a lot of people like to act like they are way more into shit than they are. Like I don't get that either. Like, why would you want to act like you have all this knowledge, and then once someone with more intelligence comes up and you feel like an idiot, you're like, like why do you attach your self-worth to something so dumb that can easily be uncooperated nowadays? Like, how easy it is to be smart nowadays? You know how easy it is to gather a bunch of information and know more than someone else? Don't attach your self-worth to that shit. I attach my self-worth to how much peace I can have, to how happy I can make myself. Um, because that's all you're really gonna get. That's all you're really gonna get. And honestly, I'm so glad that I've tricked my brain into thinking that training and grinding and slowly getting better at what I want to do is what makes me happy. Because I feel like you can trick your brain into thinking anything can make you happy, as long as you're just kind of not thinking about it. Um, like you can play Dragon Quest, and you can be like, oh man, this fucking music is fucking awful, or you can play Dragon Quest and be like, oh, this fucking graphics are amazing, or you can play Dragon Quest and you can hop on your dull board and have fun jumping and hitting the jump button. You know, three options. You know, three options, and I choose three personally. You know, sometimes I have to get stoic and be solidified in my stances. Like I am here, I am witnessing the world, and get a little serious about it. But oftentimes, most times, I'm just in that mode where I'm like, fuck it, man. We're just here. We're just having fun. Look at that guy. He's fat. I'm gonna fight him. No, I'm not. Like, see, just whatever happens. Who cares? You do some jumps, do some jumping jacks. Most of the time, I have to go back to that area. I feel like that's what gives me youthful energy. That's what sort of vibrantly brings me back to the source and what I actually want to feel. There's Dower. Pretty cool. But yeah, that's what's gonna make it. That's what's gonna help me make it through life. Like, cause I feel like if I really get into this adulthood shit, be a boring grown ass man, boring big bro, I'm going to hate myself, and I'm probably not gonna last very long on Earth if I do that. I have to be kid mode. Like I most times, I have to be goofy. I have to be unserious because so many people have given up. I look around the world and I don't see a lot of hope. I don't see a lot of hope, which is bad because I used to have a lot of it. I used to have a lot of it. I used to think my dreams of becoming the greatest entertainer in the world were just kind of like set in stone for me. And now I know, God, I got this fire lit under my ass that the only thing that's gonna get you there is that consistency, that love of the grind. And a lot of the grind parts I did not love. So now we're just gonna work it around until we actually do love it. Because you can make yourself love a lot of stuff. I know most of my retail situations I didn't like at first. I kind of made myself love it. And then naturally what happens to me is once I get too invested in my work relationships and not ruining the vibe, providing the best vibe possible, and that's my main goal in work at all times. Once I get too attached to that, it just kind of turns into a horrible high school mess where people are all like, I want him to break. I want to destroy him from the inside. Or something. I don't know. Yeah, who really knows what's going on in other people's heads? But I know for a fact when I'm in an area, a situation where people are acting like I'm a fucking idiot and I don't know what's going on and they're just silently or maybe even loudly, berating, complaining about my inherent quote unquote bad work. And that's just not a conducive environment for anyone. It's not. It's not. And to truly be the individual that you want to be, you have to learn the skill to, just silently eject yourself from situations that you are not being valued in. I'm not going to go to a mechanic to get my car fixed for one specific thing and then argue with them when they don't believe that my problem is what the problem is. I'm gonna leave and go to a different mechanic. Let's see it. It's the end of the story. And that's what we need to learn, guys. We need to start utilizing our power to not crash out but to exit nobly, with dignity, and holding our peace. Not everyone needs to have the last word at all times. And honestly, in my eyes, it's a lot more powerful to let others just ruminate on what they said. You know? A lot of times we don't receive solid answers, solid statements regarding our favorability. We tend to neurotically dwell on things and reach those cycles of internal turmoil that just lead us down the spiral staircase of pain, man. You don't need that. You don't need this shit, baby. You don't need this shit, baby. I'll tell you that right now. You don't need this shit. You don't need this shit. So yeah, go dumb, go stupid, go retard mode. I think it was Lao Tzu or Sun Tzu or Confucius, one of the guys. Um, no complaints, no compliments. We're just kind of here. We're just kind of in Dragon Quest, enjoying the moment, enjoying the fire. You know, it's very warm in here. Don't we love the warmth? The good old Florida heat. Beautiful, beautiful, baby. Beautiful, baby. Rover, baby. All right. So here we go. This is the trial. This is what we got the. Oh yeah, he's going hard on this one. This is what we got the torch for, so that we can complete this trial, this specific trial. So second one of the temple. Estelle's gonna do her thing here, and I think I'll end it after this cutscene, and then we'll finish up the rest of the fire tower in the next episode. After we light this water ball. After I touch my lighted water balls. Okay. See you next time, guys.